Okay, so now we're on part 3. What is slope? And slope is a measure of steepness and directions. So how high or low it goes, and if it goes positive, negative. Slope describes a rate of change. And remember, the direction is positive, negative, 0, or undefined. Okay, number 6. Todd had 5 gallons of gasoline in his motorbike. After driving 100 miles, he had 3 gallons left. The graph below shows Todd's situation. What are the coordinates of the 2 points that you use to find the slope of the line? So the first one, I'm going to call A, and this is 0, 5. This one is B, and this one is 103. So we're going to write them down here. Okay, what is the slope of the line? Write it in fraction form and use the units of measure you find on the y and the x-axis. So if we do the slope, we know this, make sure that we know the units this is in. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go up. We're going to go up to 0.5 here on the 0-axis, and we're going to go down to this line where it intersects with this point. So we're going to bring it down 2 points. So since we're going down, it's -2. Then we're going to go over, and we're doing it by 25. So we're going to go over 100. And if we simplify it, it's -1 over 50. And since they want the units of measure you find on the y and x axis, the -1 is the gallons, because it's change over y, change over x. So this is gallons, and this is miles. Okay? Now, when you write the slope as a unit rate, you're going to put it -1 over 50, and this is gallon. So we're going to take this and you put it over 1 mile. Okay, and the next page we're going to learn a little bit more about this. Okay, so remember, you can pause it, bring it up. So we're going to take this, put it over here, and to make it as a unit rate, we put it over 1. Okay, so the last page we do is a rate is a ratio that compares 2 units of measure. And that's what we're doing, like we were doing miles per gallon, for example. An example of a rate in fraction form is $170 for 20 hours. Slopes are rates, or rates of change. You can rename rates like you rename fractions. In this example, divide the numerator and denominator by 10 to obtain an equivalent rate of $17 over $2. So what we did was we took 170 and we divided by 10, which gave us 17. They put 20 divided by 10 equals 2. When you divide the numerator and denominator by 2 to obtain 17 over $2 per 1 hour, this is the unit rate, because 1 is the denominator.
Attention all students, anyone that was taking bus 2416 or 2411, you should all be out.
Writing the fraction decimal form gives $8.5. So 17 divided by 2 gives $8.5 per 1 hour. In everyday language, you say $8.50 per hour is the rate of pay. This is also a unit rate. One way to obtain a unit rate is to rewrite the fraction so the denominator is 1. You can also think of renaming the fraction to decimal form. Okay? So now we're going to do these problems. Sam and Kim went on a hike. The graph at the right shows their situation. Find the slope of Kim's height. Okay, so what I like to do is I make 2 dots. So we have 0, 0 here, and we have 2, 3 here. And we can also do it by going up to 3 and then going over to 2. Okay, So we're going to do 3 miles every 2 hours. Okay? Write Kim's slope as a unit rate. So what I'm going to do is divide both of these by 2 so that we can have it over 1. And 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. So it's 1.5 miles per hour. Find the slope of Sam's height. So again, we have 0, 0, and then we also have 3, 3. Okay? So I'm going to go up this way to 2, and then we're going to go, oops, I got to go up to 3, sorry, and you got to go over. So let me make sure you understand what we did here. Sam, as you go up to 3 and all the way over to 3. Okay? So find the slope. It's 3 miles over 3 hours. And then we can simplify it to 1 over.
Any student riding bus 2416 and 2411, they are outside waiting and are about to depart. 2416 and 2411, the buses are about to depart.
So since we simplified it and it's over 1, it's 1 mile per 1 hour. Who is hiking at a faster speed? Kim, as her line segment is steeper and she covers more distance in the same amount of time. Okay, so this one's steeper and she went 1.5 miles per hour. His wasn't as steep, so he went 1 mile per hour. And notice this one is a higher number on top, and these are the same. So that's how you know this one goes a little bit higher. Okay? Thanks for listening.